moonshining, rebel flags, muscle cars, and Bo and Luke Duke. What more could you ask for a party in Georgia? Before the Dukes of Hazzard celebration begins this weekend in Byron, we wanted to give you a sneak peek at the show. Kyle's out in our parking lot right now with General Lee.
Amanda, I could ask for Daisy Duke. You said Bo and Luke. I'll go for Daisy. But anyways, if you need something to do this weekend, why don't you get to Byron? The Dukes of Hazzard Georgia reunion is here. It starts today. Chris Jennings, you're all over the place talking about this thing for the past couple of months. What's going on in Byron this weekend?
Kyle, it's huge. We've got the Dukes of Hazzard Georgia Reunion Classic Car Show and Music Festival. Starts this evening at 4 o'clock. Gates open up at 4 from 4 to 11. Got acts this evening. David Allen Coe will be in concert. The Lax and 500 classic cars, 200 vendors, helicopter rides. The list goes on and on and on.
So you've got a lot more than just the Dukes of Hazzard here, but that's probably the biggest draw. Let's get out of the way a little bit. People don't want to look at us. They want to look at the General Lee here. So this is a pretty fancy car, and the guy who built it is here. We'll get to him in just a few minutes. But this show this weekend, incredibly huge. The original cast members are all going to be there. Who's all going to be a part of this weekend?
We've got all 7 of the remaining living actors from the Dukes of Hazzard. We've got John Schneider, Tom Wopat, Catherine Bach, James Best, Sonny Schroyer, Rick Hurst, Ben Jones, and so that's all 7 of the original actors from Dukes of Hazzard.
And people can meet them. You're doing meet and greets, right?
Meet and greet, get your autographed pictures made with them, and the response we've had off the show is astronomical. I mean, it is awesome.
And there's more than just the General Lee there. You said some 500 other classic cars there. But let's talk about a little bit on which cars specifically from the show are going to be there from the original Dukes of Hazzard.
From the original Dukes of Hazzard, we have almost 100 show cars. That's General Lee's and Dukes of Hazzard Sheriff's cars, Boss Hall's Cadillac, Cooter's tow truck, Daisy's Jeep, Daisy's Roadrunner. They'll all be there. And then on top of that, we've got other movie cars with the Ghostbusters and Herbie the Love Bug and Smokey and the Bandit Trans Ams and many more.
Are you guys going to be jumping the General Lee anywhere off any ramps?
Nah, I tried to get Timbo Jackson to let me jump his, and he said he was out.
I guess I can't say as I blame him. All right, real quickly then, let's finish up. And where is this? What time? Ticket information, all that good stuff.
Gates open up at 4 o'clock today at the historic Middle Georgia Raceway. You can get tickets online at www.dukesofhazzardgareunion.com or at Victory Lane Auto Sales, Big Peach Antique Mall in Byron, or Flooring Specialist in Warner Robin.
There we go. That worked. All right. Hang on. I got to shut this thing off now. Okay. All right. Chris, you can come on up in here and we'll talk a little bit about the General Lee. We've got a bunch of cars here this weekend, all kinds of things. Let's talk specifically about the General Lee to start with. What kind of car is this?
You know, Kyle, it's a very iconic car. It's a 1969 Dodge Charger, probably the most famous car ever known to man now.
Absolutely. Timbo Jackson, the guy who built this car. I'm going to grab you in here. Timbo, tell us a little bit about this car. What's under the hood? What kind of horsepower this thing has?
It's got a 55440 in it. It's a 292 509 cam, and it's probably it came 375 horse from the factory. And
so tell me a little bit. I'm not a very mechanically inclined. So how fast does that go then?
It'll haul it.
Have you ever jumped it off of any jumps?
No, I jumped my first other 2.
What's
That's
that?
my 3rd car.
Oh, okay.
I jumped the first 2 in the pond.
Have you ever slid across the hood, or do you let people do that? No. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about some of the other cars. Last year we had a bunch of them here, but tell us about the other cars that you're going to see. You have the sheriff car, right?
Right. I've got a 1977 Dodge Monaco sheriff's car. I've got a 64 Ford Galaxy, which is a Andy Griffith sheriff's car. I've got a 1969 Chevrolet Nova, and I've also got a 67 Ford Thunderbird.
And are all those going to be there this weekend?
all of them will be there this weekend.
Okay. No, keep going. I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt you.
And I'm a member of the Jones County Cruisers out of Gray. We have 246 members in our car club, and we just have a good time and try to do as much as we can for the community.
It sounds like it. So let's talk a little bit about the show this weekend. You've got a lot of performances that are going to be playing this weekend. Who's all going to be there? Got some big name, Confederate Railroad, the Lax, I believe. Who's all going to be here? We have Confederate Railroad, the Lax, Shane Bridges, featuring Big Pete. Big Pete's got a new CD coming out now. We've also got Rusty Williams out of McRae, Georgia. A to Z Band, Still Cruising out of Gray. David Allen Coe, Confederate Railroad. We've got 11 concerts over 3 days. Some really big names. And David Allen Coe, I'm kind of looking forward to. That should be a good concert. So
yeah, he puts on a great show. We love David, and I grew up on that music.
Okay, really quickly, ticket information. Where can people go?
www.dukesofhazzardgareunion.com, or you can go to Victory Lane Auto Sales, Big Peach Antique Mall in Byron, the Welcome Center in Byron, and Flooring Specialist all in Warner Robins too.